Hey sluts, I'm Aubrey, an Aquarius sun, Scorpio moon, Taurus rising.
And I'm Danny, a Sag sun, Leo moon, Libra rising.
And
we're your Astro Sluts.
Surprise,
We're
have
back.
returned.
Thanks to our friends at Barriere, we're back for a special bonus episode all about the rising sign.
In your birth chart, your rising sign is your barrier that shields your inner self from the outside world. Your skincare routine should give you the same level of protection.
Moisture barrier protection is a major key to restore and protect your skin's microbiome. Your moisture barrier protects your skin against environmental damages, hormonal imbalances, and harsh chemicals.
That's why we keep Barriere's Ready, Set, and Protect hydrating facial mist on us at all times.
Pre- and postbiotics, along with ashwagandha and reishi, restore and protect your skin's moisture barrier, while niacinamide and hyaluronic acid lock in moisture and set your makeup to keep you fresh, glowy, and protected. If you're watching our video podcast, you should be able to see the glow from there.
Very dewy vibes here.
We love it.
Thanks for calling Astro Sluts. Leave your birth time.
If you want to know how to get that guy, text their mom. We're going to need that time. We'll be your latest crush. Call us Astro Sluts.
If you love our podcast, we would really appreciate if you could give us a little review on whatever podcasting platform you're listening on. 5 stars. You can say, you know, what wonderful astrologers we are, what great skin we have. If you like our vocal fry, we got a compliment on TikTok about our vocal fry. I was like,
so
thank
much.
you.
Yeah.
We worked hard to curate these voices.
Literally.
But it would really be beneficial for us and just take a minute or something for you. So thanks.
If you follow us on Instagram, you may have seen we had a really exciting partnership with Spotify Podcasts. So we curated a little playlist, especially for y'all. So it's like a Gen Z Pluto and Sagittarius playlist. So it's all about you. It's got an episode from us and then an episode from all of our favorite podcasts. So, you know, if you want to like know more about what we love and the astrologers we look up
Our
to,
recommendations.
Yeah.
We have some. There's some of them are not astrology themed as well.
just like great
social
people.
media. Yeah.
Social media. We've got an episode titled "I Hate Men," so probably like very common themes for all of us
Right.
here.
We're all on the same page.
We're all on the same page. So if you would like to listen to it, there's a link in our social bios. Again, throw us a like, throw us a listen. And it's titled Gen Z, the Pluto and Sagittarius Generation, if you want to look it up on Spotify.
It's time for our advice segment. One of you wrote into us. Hi there, love the podcast and your TikToks. I need some astro advice about stelliums. Both my boyfriend and I have Capricorn stelliums, and I also have a Sagittarius stellium. His big 3 are all Capricorn.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas mine are Sagittarius, Sun, Venus, Mercury, Taurus rising, and Aquarius moon, along with 4 Cap placements. I only know his big 3. Since the placements are different, do you think the Capricorn stelliums can find peace, or will we need to compromise extra because of all the Capricorn energy? Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, since you both have so many Capricorn placements, like you're going to be on the same wavelength of like work and efficiency in a way that like not everyone can understand.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm kind of just since I am an Aquarius dating an Aquarius, I'm just like really into like same signs right now. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, you guys just get it. No one else can understand you like you two do.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I think the Capricorn stelliums aren't a bad thing. I think they are going to be a little different though, because his is like very centered in his identity, and yours, I'm assuming, are like further away planets. So you're kind of like, you're definitely going to have an understanding of each other, but your identity is going to be like a lot different than his.
Totally. Well, his is first, like his sun is in the first house
Right.
as well, and the Capricorn stellium is in the first house, so it's like a little like me.
Yeah.
And yours is going to be, your Capricorn is going to be the 9th house since you're a Taurus rising.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
definitely different energies. But since you have a Taurus rising, which is also an earth sign, and an Aquarius moon,
Yeah.
which is also ruled by Saturn, like
Mhm.
you definitely like are on the same wavelength.
Absolutely.
So I understand the compatibility, like
Yeah.
positive wise.
Yeah, for sure. Even though you're a Sag, I do think you have enough. Like, you definitely have enough grounding placements where I don't think that is, like, coming out of left field.
Right.
Like, I think typically, like, I was in a Sag Capricorn relationship and it was, like, literally terrible because we just, like, have very different, like, ideas of, like, personal autonomy.
Yeah.
But I think, like, well, like, you have so much more, like, earthy qualities. So I think that's, like, it's definitely enough similarities happening where that's, like, not going to be too, it's probably going to be, like, a positive because one of you is going to be fun and funny and, like, bring joy to the relationship.
It's going to be you.
It's going to be you. But it's not going to be, like, too much where it's, like, you totally are on different pages.
Yeah. Capricorn is just very, like, right and wrong.
Mm-hmm.
There is a right way to do something and there is a wrong way to do something. So if you guys have the same concept of what is right and wrong, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
You're going to be like, wow, we're doing life better than everyone else in the whole world. And, you know, we're going to get so much farther. We're further evolved than everyone. You know what I mean? It's going to be like, wow, we are girl bosses together and no one else can keep up with us.
Right. And good for y'all.
Yeah, respect. I got a Capricorn stellium as well. I'm with you. But I think it's going to be the times when you two have different concepts of the right way to do something that, like, neither of you are budging because you're both right. You know, there's no, like, budging there. So that is definitely going to be, like, the times when, you know, someone's going to have to compromise. I literally just saw on Instagram the other day, like, one of the, like, you know, relationship therapy vibe accounts that I follow posted, like, this whole thing on, like, stop trying to be right.
Yeah.
I tried to find it before we started recording and I must have not liked it. So, you know, and I can't remember what account. Yeah, it's just lost in the feed. But I'm trying to think. It basically was just like, well, I guess here's a simpler way of putting it. Something that was also from another, I think it was from Therapy Jeff, famously. If y'all don't follow Therapy Jeff, you need to because the man spits bars. He's like that guy that I'm sure it's come up on all of your For You pages on TikTok. Like,
so funny. I'm like, I will not be following.
Oh, he's really good.
Okay.
No, like, really helpful. The other day he posted, like, this is off topic, sorry. Like, it was like 10 reasons why, like, you cheat on your partner or something. And it was, like, literally so inside. I was like, oh my God, I feel so much better about, like, why I've wanted to do that in the past.
Totally.
Like, I don't know, teach their own.
Yeah.
But basically, I think what you need to keep in mind is, like, that the two of you are a team. It's something that, like, my partner and I remind each other all the time. Like, you should never be working against each other. It doesn't matter which one of you is right. The two of you are looking for, you know, whatever the right answer. Not that matters, but, like, you know, you're working together to do something as opposed to, like, butting heads and, like, competing to be right.
Yeah, totally. I'm trying, like, I feel like I'm just, like, I'm going to be, like, too Sag for your Capricorn energy.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, there's
Sag,
not right or wrong, you know?
No, yeah.
But, yeah, I think it's, like, exactly what, I agree with what you're saying, though. There's not, like, I think in the listener sounds like they understand this themselves because they were like, we're going to have to give space or however they worded it. Oh, yeah, finding peace and extra compromise. But I think also you could just, like, look at it as, like, not right or wrong, or it's not even compromise. Like, it's just okay to be different and have different opinions.
Yeah.
And it's okay to, like, let the other person do that and you do that.
Yeah. Well, I think also, like, Capricorns can be very pessimistic. And your Sag is really going to be pulling a lot of weight on, like, the optimistic
absolutely
spectrum. So I guess just be aware of that. And if your partner's aware of, like, you know, the Capricorn tendencies as well.
Totally. No, absolutely.
Could lighten your Sagittarian load.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that.
So I guess, like, you will need to compromise. Just at some points, but all relationships take compromise, you know?
Yeah, I think you're more aligned than not.
Totally.
So I think you just, like, always in moments of, like, struggle, I think, like what Aubrey said, like, you're on the same page, like, you're on the same team, like, no one's trying to hurt each other.
Yeah.
And then like also at the same time, I think for like the Sag, like, but it's okay if you don't agree with them.
Right.
Like that's fine. You don't have to agree with your partner. You can like let them do them, and you can also do you. And I think that's the most important, like in a Capricorn era and a Capricorn life we're living, like it's just okay to have different opinions and it's okay to do different things. That's where, in my opinion, I think that's where like the thing needs to be. It doesn't even need to be compromised. It's just like, okay, we're doing, like, it's fine.
Yeah, we're gonna do this different ways.
Yeah.
When you do the dishes, you can do the dishes like that,
Right.
and when I do the dishes, I'm gonna do the dishes like this.
Exactly.
And like it's none of your business.
Right.
How
the dishes are getting done.
Right.
That's
the dishes
what
are getting
matters.
done. It is none of their business which way you load the dishwasher.
Exactly. Like, well, not in my house, but in the theoretical house of loveliness.
Right.
Yes.
We could all learn from this. For Astro Education this week, as we said, we're going to be talking about your rising signs, your Barriere, your Barriere. Little Mix loves a theme. One of you wrote into us, though, I'd be interested to hear your takes on some placements affecting their physical appearance. Like, quote, all Leos care about their hair, end quote, or, quote, earth signs dress earthy, end quote. I'm skeptical, but I'd be interested to know more. So, initial thoughts is in like medical astrology, your rising sign is your like physical body, like we talked about a little bit last week. And it's basically like the sign of your rising sign is like manifested physically, I would say, in like kind of like a symbolic way. It's almost in like a mantra kind of way.
Yeah.
Like if the way you think like happens
Outwardly. Yeah.
It's like hard to be too specific just because, you know,
Right.
genetics and like humans
Yeah, exactly.
are just all different.
Right.
But I don't know. I think it's like, well, you know, we can discuss as we're going to go through the signs. So
Yeah, absolutely.
I did a Google and just like, I was like, what does, you know, the Google say? When we
Right.
say like what you look like based on your rising sign. Literally one of the articles that popped up had like picture examples, all white people.
Okay,
So,
exactly. That's kind of what yeah.
there's very much like a like, you know, Western beauty standard
Right.
lens, white, like, you know.
Yeah, no, exactly.
So I am also skeptical under that lens.
Yeah, that's what my thoughts on that were too, just because obviously I'm very into astrology and all things astrology, but I'm like thinking about just like where these writings and where these like narratives originally originated from. And,
Right.
like, to be honest, I don't even know. But in my head, it's very white. It's very like.
I mean, well, even just like how long ago they were written, like even if there's similar themed writings from around the world, like just
Yeah, they're all very
no one was
specific to
traveling
their
enough.
narrative.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
just a small like lens.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't remember what account it is, but I do remember for a while there was some like astrologer TikToker doing like roundups of like celebrities. And like it was interesting though. Like I think they had like a diverse like collection of celebrities and there
Yeah.
were just like you were kind of just like, oh wait, no, they do
No,
all kind of have like
totally.
the same essence about them. Like kind of like even just all their eyes had the same like,
Right.
energy behind them.
No,
So
absolutely. And I think that's kind of what we're going to talk about. It's going to be like the energy behind
it's
the
more
eyes.
vibes.
How you present yourself in like the clothes. The things you can like, the presentation and the things you pick out,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Beyond like, oh, like all of this sign have this shaped mouth. Well, maybe not, depending on a lot of different things.
Right.
But yeah, super interesting.
I do think also just something that like at least I've noticed in myself and like also might be like if you don't really like align with
Yeah.
your rising sign when we get to it. Your rising sign is like how you project yourself, right? People's first impressions of you. Like you might feel like notice if you feel like you present more like your rising sign if you're in like a new scenario. When you're going someplace where you don't know everybody, as opposed
Totally.
to like when you're with your friends, you might dress more like your sun sign, or like when you're in like scenarios when you're more comfortable. Cause like, I guess just my own personal experience, like or just like even when you're just like feeling sad,
right?
You might dress more like your rising sign. Like I just obviously, you probably know if you either watch our video podcast or follow us on TikTok, like I'm a quirky little bitch. Like, and I, you know, obviously I only wear green and black. Like I find when I'm feeling like super outgoing and super myself, I wake up and I'm like, I'm wearing all green today. Like feeling like kooky and eccentric. And then like days where I wake up and I'm like, I'm feeling sad. Like I'm like, I'm just wearing black today. Like it's always like directly correlated with how I'm feeling. And like, I feel like when I'm like, I don't feel like being a person today, it's like when I act more like my Taurus rising. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't really want anyone to look at me. Like I want to move slowly and like kind of just like
that's
be more neutral. So maybe you relate to that as well. One other thing that we're going to talk about today that I'll just mention now is I didn't even like, I mean, I knew that like astrology signs like each had like a color associated with them, but like there's things that the girly girls are calling power couples, also that power colors. Yeah. So every sign has a power color that we're going to talk about that maybe you can like, you know, channel these like the, you know, positive traits of your rising sign. You can wear it to like, you know, feel a bit more like that. I also like, we kind of found that like based on ourselves and the people that we know, like the power color of our rising signs are like just naturally our favorite color, which is really interesting. Super interesting. So you may feel that as well. We'll be wondering. I'm like, I'll put the little question on Spotify for the week. Like, is your power color your favorite color?
Yeah. So wild.
So that's fun.
I obviously have a Libra rising. But yeah, also similar. We'll get into the color thing later. But I mean, I definitely present as my Libra rising.
As Libra risings tend to do.
Yeah.
Can always pick out a Libra rising.
No, absolutely. But obviously, like, my personal style has always been, like, the main theme of my life.
Right.
Just, like, obviously aesthetics, design, and style. And I think it took me a while to, like, I always was into aesthetics and style and clothes. But I don't feel like I really found my personal style until, like, a couple years ago. Like I always just like to wear clothes, right? Which I will point out when we go through the signs later, because I think that's something I found that's super interesting, but I'll just bring it up later. Yeah. But I always felt like I was in costumes.
Interesting.
Until more recently.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like I always knew my outfit looked good.
Oh yeah.
But it wasn't like
it was different characters every day.
Yeah. Exactly. And then
as we should, you know,
which
we're
is
all
a great
allowed
way to find out about yourself too.
Yeah.
Like I think that's like a really I don't know. I always tell people too, like I feel like people ask me like how to dress or what to wear. I used to have a fashion blog, so that's why that happens. But back in the day when that was a thing, so I get like a lot of people like still on Instagram or friends like asking me like how I found my personal style, and I do think that's like a huge part of it.
Yeah,
is like dressing up,
things.
Yeah, and like trying stuff. But I feel like I finally found like what I feel just like normal and like what feels like the clothes I should be wearing.
Yeah, like skin.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it's heavy on the pinks. It's heavy on the blues. It's heavy on the girly girl. It's heavy on hearts and patterns and design. It just, it's very funny. Yeah. And like, even if it's like a little varied, like it is head to toe, hat to shoes to bag, aesthetic, Libra.
It's all
tied
together.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
So we're going to go through all the signs. Pay special attention to your rising sign. I hope you enjoy listening to all the signs, though. You know, think of your besties, your crush.
And I think like something you can think of when we go through these, if it's not your sign, is like, what do you want to like? You can always like channel things. Like I obviously am very into color. If you know me in person or follow me on the internet, it's pretty obvious. But I think that you can like channel different energies. So if you're feeling like you want to have like a little more like oomph or energy or passion, like maybe listen to Aries. See what we're taking from Aries.
If you have a job interview, maybe try to dress like a Capricorn that day.
So definitely like pay attention to what is happening in your chart, but I think you can also like use it as a little like color therapy session and like pull from stuff.
So first up is Aries. Aries rules the head, as we talked a little bit about last week. So you might have like a super distinct like feature on your face or head, or like a birthmark or something. It's also the first sign of the zodiac. So you might have a little baby face. You might look, forever young, as they say.
Goals.
Literally. It's giving Jennifer Aniston.
Right.
Does she have Aries placements?
I don't know. We'll have to look at
It's
that.
giving. We'll have to look.
As an Aries, your power color is going to be red, obviously.
Come on, Mars.
And I took these little like mantras from tarot.com. I'm not going to pretend I made them up myself, but they had like
They're really good.
They're really good. So I'm like, I'm just going to write down what they said. But they had like with the different colors, like something you could like get from the color. And this is like an energy boost, which I really liked. So again, even if you're not an Aries,
Right.
and you're looking to channel that boost of energy, maybe throw on a little red nail, a red lip, a red shoe.
From tarot.com, the little Aries mantra is, the color red stirs your soul and enhances your passion, energy, and initiative.
So nice.
Love that.
Yeah, we love that. And then we'll talk a little bit about like personal style, or like how these might manifest into your looks. For me, Aries is going to be like functional athleisure.
Yeah.
It's not like brunch Lululemon.
No.
It is like functional wear, on the go, what's effective.
Almost
where
more
can
like
take
tech
you
wear.
places. Totally.
Yeah.
Like Gorpcore or whatever the boys I work with call it.
Okay, I'm going to look into that.
That's like a thing.
I had my like Venus was just in Taurus for a while, which is like my first house, so it was giving rebrand makeover vibes, and I was like, I'm gonna be a tech wear bitch. And like I got so deep into, honestly, I'm like, okay, this is kind of a tangent, but like I read this article that was like saying that like when men wear tech wear, it's like it's tech wear, it's cool, it's like designer. And then when women wear tech wear, not that I'm a woman, but when women wear tech wear, it's athleisure.
It's bitches who brunch.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like it's Lululemon. It's like
it's
basic.
their casual clothes.
So I was like, that like really lit some fury in me. Like when women wear like functional like
gear.
Yeah, it's like silly and cute, and like when men wear it, it's like wow,
streetwear.
Yeah, but
That's
yes,
so interesting.
Yeah, I know, it blew my mind when I could find the article and send it to you.
Yeah, do please.
But yeah, Aries is very like, I don't think we're too worried about like, we want a wardrobe that like everything kind of matches already, and we can just like throw it on and like look cool and be able to do whatever tree climbing
exactly
the day holds.
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
Taurus. So Taurus is ruled by Venus. So this is me. I'm a Taurus rising. So ruled by Venus, like you're gonna tend to be just absolutely stunning. But I do think that like the Venus ruled signs like Taurus and Libra, which we'll talk about later too, it's very just like stereotypical, like just like natural symmetry, and just like it's giving like girly girl next door, just like kind of like just like conventional, just like Western beauty standards. Taurus also rules the neck, so you might have like a distinct voice.
Come on, Virgo,
come on us, come on the two of us Venus rules bitches with our podcast. Or you might just have like a great neck.
Throat goat.
Yeah, it is giving throat goat.
It's giving throat goat.
It's giving throat goat. The power couple. Wait, I can't stop saying power couple.
I know, that's so funny.
The power couple of Taurus. I'm done. The power color of Taurus is going to be green. I also did see pink though,
because it's opposite.
Okay, I guess like a couple things I saw said pink because it's like Aphrodite, it's Venus, it's love.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I'm kind of subscribing more to green because I love green.
No, absolutely.
I don't know, it's an earth sign.
Something that you can think about too for colors, if you're into this color thing we're doing, is the opposite.
Yeah.
So if it's almost like we talk about with like opposing signs. I feel like that's a nice way to think about it too. Like green is like the opposite of pink, but like if you think about like chakras and all those things, they also like rule the same place a lot of times. So like heartstones are like green or pink. So I think that's like kind of similar to this too.
Totally.
So you can like take whatever side of that you want. I can read the little mantra.
Yeah, read it.
Fresh green nurtures your spirit and reinforces your connection to nature and growth. Beautiful.
A new thing that I've been doing, or could just also we love a tangent today.
Yeah, I'm into it.
My new thing, well, I have a hard time focusing on it, but when I was taking like a little walk the other day.
Yeah.
And I had, if you subscribe to Channy's app,
Mm-hmm.
they have like the affirmations.
Yeah.
I was listening to the affirmations as I was walking the other day.
That's such a nice idea.
Right?
I should do that.
Because even like, I was like, oh, even when I don't know, I just have a hard time like focusing.
Yeah. Tangent 84.
Yeah. Right. It's fine.
It's fine.
But yeah, I was like, okay, no, honestly, even if I'm not like consciously listening, I'm a big, like if I'm listening to a podcast, like maybe
it's
y'all
absorbing.
can relate. I'm like a 15 seconds back kind of person.
No,
I'm
me
like, well, I
too.
haven't been listening for the past minute.
I know. I'm like, oh, I forgot I had those in my ears.
But I was like, no, I'm still like absorbing it even. But
yeah, totally.
yeah.
I know. I used to play those. I like forget about those from time to time. I would play them sometimes when I like fall asleep. Like I'd play like the money ones. Like as I fall
I
asleep.
love that.
But now I've been listening to my rain noises recently.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a great idea. I like doing that on my walk.
Yeah.
I haven't done that. Thank you.
Of course.
Taking that.
I know. I'm like, also, if we should just do a separate episode of just reading these mantras.
Literally. Just whisper them into your ears.
Literally.
For Taurus style, I feel like there's like, I have like a range here, but I think they all work together. So I feel like farmer's market bestie is a huge vibe. Like Hoka's tote bag.
Yeah.
But then that's daytime looks. And I feel like we transition into not even a different look. This is more just like a preference or something, like it's a vibe. But like very much like focused on like textures and textiles and how things feel on the body.
Yeah.
Like nice silhouettes that are like getting things tailored, like making sure like you're getting the most like luxe experience out of your look.
Oh, yeah. No, it's going to fit you like a glove.
Yeah.
Totally. I love that. Yeah, as I said before, I definitely feel like I lean more into my Taurus vibes when I'm like, I need a barrier, literally a barrier for the world today. And I like act more like, you know, both personality and I like my look to like match how I'm feeling. Yeah. So like, I definitely feel more just like classic, like nothing to look at here other than I look good.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Your eye can glaze right past me of, yep, that's a human that just is looking good.
Right. Totally.
But yeah, obviously, like, I'm obsessed with green. So I just love that. It's my power color.
I love that.
Yes. Gemini. Very, like, me trying to come up with words. I'm like, it's very like hand gestury.
Totally.
Gemini like loves storytelling. We're gonna like physically embody that. They might have like a distinct like mouth because they don't shut the fuck up. Or just have like a really friendly smile.
Yeah,
they're welcoming and like
nice.
Love friendship.
Their power. I'm gonna say power couple now.
I know.
Their power color is yellow. And their little mantra is inspiring yellow lifts your spirit and triggers curiosity and brilliant thoughts.
I think it's really cute that yellow is the color.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's
very playful,
upbeat, friendly. Yeah. It's very like optimistic because Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Yep. We're very like fast moving and like upbeat, playful. So I think that's really sweet. And my Gemini rising partner loves a yellow moment.
I know. So funny.
Yeah.
No, I know. And also I feel like style-wise for Geminis, very like colorful, playful. I would say like not necessarily always tied to a distinct style.
Yeah.
Like very willing to like go with like kind of how they're feeling
Mm-hmm.
or what their like
Where they're
collective
going.
vibe is for the week, the month, the year, whatever. Also, I feel like a Gemini is going to be like accessorized.
Yes.
There's extras. There's add-ons.
I was just going to say, I feel like Gemini could be very like micro trend heavy.
Mhm.
Like really in tune with whatever's happening right now.
Totally.
And they're going to be on it.
Totally.
I'm also just like right now realizing that my wife's colors are like blue, yellow, red.
Yeah.
And okay, spoiler, blue is Aquarius, their
Yeah.
sun. Yellow is Gemini, their rising. And red is they have an Aries Venus.
Mm.
And like their artistry is, you know what I mean? Who they
Yeah.
are and how they present to the world and
Yeah.
like their heart.
So nice.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Astrology is so special. Up next is Cancer. It's giving the full moon emoji. Like very like a round face. Cancer rules the chest, so you probably have big ass titties. Or you might like closely resemble like your parents, like perhaps your mother. Like
Mhm.
it's familial.
Cancer's colors are going to be white or silver.
Also
and
moon vibes.
totally. Bright white and silver connect you with your intuition and gift you with a clean slate. It's nice.
So sweet. It's very comforting,
Mhm.
very hopeful,
yeah.
very pure,
Absolutely.
very disco.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
For me, Cancer rising, I should say, has like very much like uniform vibes. And I think that could be whatever they want it to mean.
Totally.
Something you feel really comfortable in. And then
Yeah.
we just translate it a little bit from day to
Yes.
day. But you've got your look. You've got your graphic tee mom jeans combo.
I'm
You've got
dead,
your,
yes.
whatever it is. If it's like something.
Like security blanket.
Exactly.
vibes, yeah.
Something that you like always kind of have the same style or same silhouettes.
I feel like maybe like soft like fabrics are really important to a Cancer as well.
Totally.
As
Comfort.
opposed to
Yeah.
Leo is like our submission
Yeah.
said. It is giving like lion's mane.
Yeah.
You know,
Hair.
full, long, big hair.
Leo's power color is gold. The glistening color gold empowers your warm heart and strengthens your positive spirit, which I love.
Yeah, it's giving king of the jungle, royalty.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're big like the sun. Yeah, just like extravagance and success.
Exactly.
You are the star.
Mhm.
You are the king of the jungle.
Yeah, for sure. Very like TikTok girly vibe.
Yeah.
Style wise.
It's giving the D'Amelio. Is that their name?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, but
I don't
very
know.
much
I don't
like
follow them.
I don't either. But yeah, very much like the gold jewelry.
Yeah.
The like whatever's trendy at the moment.
Mhm.
A little Kardashian in like the sense of like the opulence.
Yeah, it's giving
Like Kylie is a Leo, which is she's like very true Leo energy. King Kylie, like
it's giving like you're so hot, like you don't have to like do anything on TikTok to go viral.
no, exactly.
Like you can just kind of
You're
like
just like the girl who bops around and
bob around and like maybe you lip sync a little and it has like 1 million views.
Exactly.
I'm like, that is not us.
I know. We are working. Okay. Working over here.
So funny. Virgo. Unfortunately, I'm like, my only note is resting bitch face. Which I as a whole have a problem with as a concept.
Yeah.
Don't like the resting bitches.
Mhm.
But you know, it's giving serious.
Virgo's power color are green and brown. Classic brown and green keeps you grounded and focused on growth. Okay. It's a little boring.
Yeah.
As a
Not
Virgo
our
fan, I'm like,
favorite.
that's a little boring.
Right. Virgo,
But earthy, fair.
Virgo is the ruler of the digestive system, pancreas, small intestines. It's giving hot IBS girl.
It is, yeah.
Also the eyes and ears. So maybe you have great hearing. Maybe
Alert.
You have perfect pitch.
The bitches are alert.
Or you have beautiful eyes.
Wonderful.
But yes, the green and brown, it's giving like reliable. It's practical.
Mm-hmm.
It's not too flashy. You didn't have time to
Yeah.
think about what you were wearing today because you had a grassroots organization to run.
Stop.
You know?
Literally. I think Virgos are very like free people energy. Honestly, any
Totally.
earth sign.
Yeah.
But yeah, very expensive boho. Like it's not like thrifted boho
That is
vibes
so
that
funny.
you pay $200 for it.
Right.
And I'm like wearing for you people, so not in a genuine.
No, yeah, respect.
It's right. Yeah.
That's so interesting because that was like totally my vibe
Uh-huh.
for like a long time.
Yeah.
As before I like found
Yeah,
myself.
Taurus.
I was really Taurus.
A boho. We kind of both were.
Yeah.
Very
Oh,
boho.
I mean, it also just
It was
was
an
the
era.
times.
Tumblr, it was an era.
You know, we were in middle school, high school as like the millennial hipsters were in their prime.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, we can't
Yeah.
blame ourselves other
No.
than just wanting to be like them.
Yeah, absolutely.
We were like the cool millennials as infants.
As babies.
So funny. Libra, just vibe wise, you're gonna just be naturally like charming and have just like an inviting like energy to you. Libra rules the skin, so you have a glowing complexion. If you're not a Libra rising, you can get Barriere's facial hydrating mist.
Ready, set, and protect.
Exactly. But also like Taurus, Libra is ruled by Venus, so it's going to be that like societal standard of beauty, just like symmetry, like
Yeah. I know. I giggled to myself when you said girl next door because told me that I should do porn because I have a really solid girl next door look.
okay, well,
Yeah. So maybe in the future.
it's giving the Venus rising. Yeah.
Literally. So funny.
The power colors are going to be blue and pink.
Yeah. If you've ever followed me on Instagram or stalked my Instagram,
Yeah.
yeah, it's all blue and pink.
It's giving trans rights.
Yeah.
It's giving balance. It's giving like restorative sky because it's famously an air sign, and also just like cute and kind and calming.
Yeah. The mantra for this one is airy pink and light blue help to open your heart and soften your presence.
Yeah.
Which I love that.
That's beautiful.
I know.
Oh,
So nice.
we love a Libra.
Yeah. But yeah, Libras are going to be very aesthetically driven always. Lots of pink. We said strawberries last week. I think that's a
big
huge vibe.
strawberry energy.
Barbie girl vibes. Even if you're not like as like pink oriented, definitely like you're just going to have like a look.
Yes.
Like you're going to have a style, you're going to have a look, and like your whole life is going to like
revolve
revolve
around
around
it.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Whatever that means to you.
Scorpio, very like magnetic.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot in like the eyes as well.
Yeah.
Very like serious. It's giving poker face, poker face. Hot and mysterious.
Yeah.
And alluring. Just as, you know, whatever that means to you. I think for me, I mean, this is jumping into style a little bit.
Yeah.
Scorpio is giving like dark academia.
Totally.
Is like first thing I think of.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, just like, yeah, I mean, I'll jump into style then too. Like, very much like my punk rocker costume in first grade.
Yes.
Very much plaid mini skirt vibes in the punk
Yes.
academia realm.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're not like, you know, gothy emo vibes.
I'm like, no, it's like Edgar Allan Poe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's still like a
gallows.
heavy emphasis on like a black boot.
Right. You're wearing a combat boot.
There's a black boot happening.
Regardless of what's happening on top.
Exactly.
There
There's
will be
a
a chunky
chunky
boot.
black boot on the bottom. And yeah. And even if it's like, I feel like I know a lot of Scorpios too who aren't like, who just like wear black. And it's not like they're like punk
No.
or goth. It's just like they're like uniform vibes similar. Like, but it's like, no, it's a heavy emphasis on black.
Which famously, black is the power couple. Just kidding. Is the power color of Scorpio.
Exactly.
Scorpio rules like death, rebirth, transformation. So, you know, it's giving black.
Yeah.
Do you want to read the mantra?
Yeah. Dark and mysterious black keeps you intensely inquisitive and focused on transformation.
Yes. Questioning everything.
No thoughts.
Looking below the
No-
surface.
That's not what I
You're a
meant.
detective.
Exactly. No distractions.
No.
Just deep thoughts.
Just deep thoughts. Yeah, it's also just, I guess okay. Scorpio rising energy is just sophistication.
Totally.
That's
totally.
where the black is. It's just like you're
Absolutely.
looking
It's
like
classic.
put together, grown up.
Mm-hmm.
Sagittarius is, you know, just vibe-wise, very cheerful, a little restless. Like you're probably like a Sag rising is going to be like moving all of the time.
Yeah.
You know, some say.
We have a fat ass.
Okay, yeah, someone might say
that
that
what you
as
were
well.
gonna say?
No.
Oh.
I was going to say you might look like a horse. Which also fat ass energy.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah, totally. That's similar vibe. The power color for Sagittarius is purple. It's giving abundance, luxury, and wisdom. Read us our little mantra.
Lush purple pushes your philosophical mind towards enlightenment and openness.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's very like positive and social energy as
Totally.
well.
Totally.
Also, like it's giving like royalty.
Yeah.
as
No,
well.
it's high status.
Right.
This is like what I wanted to say, but I was stopping myself. Is like I feel like Sag style wise for Sag risings, very much like whoever you want to be for the day.
Yeah.
This is where I think my costume
yes.
era came from, is
Totally.
my Sag sun. Because I really like would go through like, I was like, I'm going to dress this way. And then I was like, no, I'm not. I'm going to dress this way. And then I was like, not that
No.
either. But like, I like to like have a different look and feel every day.
Well, I think it's also that like it's no big deal energy.
Exactly.
That
Like, no, I
Sag
can just wear
tends to
this
have.
today and I don't need to commit to it.
No, yeah, exactly.
Totally. So I think that is like very much like Sag rising. Like you might just like where some people are like, oh, it's just like not my style, or I would never, like that's not really what I usually wear. They're like, oh, that's cool. I'll buy that. I'll wear
Right.
that. Because it's not like, it's not about you.
No.
It's just like, that's cool.
yeah.
I like
it's-
that.
Yeah, there's no like attachment to the style.
Exactly.
It's just like more performative.
Yeah.
kinda. Capricorn, essential Capricorn rising in particular is it's giving MILF. It's giving like you're just gonna get hotter and hotter as you
Totally.
age. It might even be like a, you know, weird as a teenager vibes, but then
Yeah.
like you really are like peaking at like 30 is like,
totally.
you know, no one thought you were hot in high school and then suddenly you're like the
Yeah.
hottest thing in town.
Yeah.
You might like act a bit older than your age as well. Capricorn's very, you know, serious. Might result in like, you know, like stress, acne, or eczema, like as a physical manifestation of that. The power color is going to be brown and gray. Riveting.
Unique.
Strong. It's practical. It's
Mhm.
earthy.
Yeah.
It's giving nothing is going to get in the way of your goals, particularly
Yeah.
distractions,
Right.
like colors.
Like purple.
So funny. What's our mantra?
Earthy gray and brown help you find the strongest and most practical path in life.
Yeah, there you go.
Riveting.
Riveting. We love you, Capricorn
you.
risings.
Capsule wardrobe energy.
Yes, absolutely.
It's clothing rack with your with your staple pieces.
Yeah.
And that's the look. That's the vibe. It's chic. It's classic.
It's
It's
never
timeless.
going out of style. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Respect. It's
No respect.
sustainable. It's, you know.
I could open a store with the amount of shit I have in my closet. So I respect a capsule moment.
Absolutely. It's good on your bank account and good on the earth. So
Yeah.
good for y'all. Aquarius, you might have like a very like unique look naturally, whether that's like facial features or whatever. Vibe wise, it's giving like a little awkward and clumsy, like just you're just a little kook, you know?
Yeah.
And you might like look really different just like from the rest of your family. Like you got some wacky genes.
Yeah.
You got the recessive genes.
Totally.
And you might just have like a really unique style.
Yeah, absolutely. Your power color is going to be blue. We love blue over here.
I think it's fun because it's like air, like Aquarius is an air sign, so like blue like the sky, but
also
we're
water.
the water bearer.
Yeah.
So also blue like the water.
Exactly. Calming blue helps encourage brilliant ideas and balance your restless energy.
Yeah. It's giving the vastness of the air, and, like the sky and the water, like of like the ocean. And Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, which is also blue.
Yeah.
Love a theme.
We love a theme. I know. Blue is like truly one of my favorite colors, but it's like the most soothing color to me. And I love blue, but I also have so many aqua placements.
Yeah, totally.
So it definitely is in my Libra with the pink and blue. But yeah, I think like this also, the sky energy. I famously like could take photos of the sky all day. I'm like that person. It's like the Kanye meme of like taking a photo of the sunset. That's like me, but it's just like blue sky and clouds.
I love.
Aquarius risings style. It's gonna be like a very like thrifted, upcycled moment. Very DIY.
No one else owns.
No one else has
like
it.
Yeah.
Super sustainable, like with that piece in mind, but also just because you want to be like unique.
I feel like it's also like either wants to like make clothes for all their friends or like wears things that their friends made.
Clothing swap energy.
It's giving clothing swap.
Yeah. I love that.
And Pisces, very like old soul vibe.
Yeah.
Pisces rules the feet, so you might have just like really pretty ankles and toes, or like always have a pedicure, or are always wearing sandals. Gonna have like a a soft little dreamy round face.
Their power color is gonna be light green. Perfectly pale green brings about healing and renewal and connects you with your subconscious.
Yeah, I think it's like, at least for me, like in my world, light green can mean a lot of things.
Yeah.
But I feel like sea foam is like a better like descriptor
Totally.
for Pisces. It's giving like fish in the ocean.
Totally, I like that.
Like it's like an oceany green, as opposed to like
grass green.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. Absolutely. This is like style wise, it's very like manic pixie, dream girl, dream they, dream boy, and a rom-com.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. You are just like embodying someone else's idealized version of you somehow, not in a bad way.
No,
you're just
not
like
in a bad.
what
You're your own idealized.
Yeah, you're
version
like
of
you are your own manic pixie essence.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of that word.
I'm like, it sounds like a perfume with the essence of manic pixie. Is there a perfume called Manic Pixie? Because that would be cute.
I don't know.
Manic Pixie by
Ariana
Astro Sluts.
Grande.
Oh no! I'm like, no, it's ours.
That too.
So those are all the rising signs. You may have identified or not with yours.
Yeah.
Or just,
I think another way to incorporate color that I like to do, especially if you're not like, oh my god, I would never wear like head to toe red.
Yeah.
Like I think like a fun way to do it is like with your jewelry. Like if you're into like stones or crystals, like I have like a blue topaz like crystal on my ring, and I have like a morganite one because it's like a sexual trauma, like romantic trauma stone. So I always wear my like pink one. We both have mood rings. Like I think that's like a fun way to tie things in too.
Yeah.
If you're like, I dress super classic, super simple, but like you could wear like an amethyst ring if you're like a Sag rising to like call into your purple or things like that. Like I think that's another fun way to do it.
I'm like, or lingerie.
Yeah.
It's my Scorpio
Literally.
moon showing. Yeah, you could like, or just like literally just like regular like
underwear.
Like things that no one else is seeing, but you're like,
I've got my
I'm
little
gonna wear
purple
my
power
red,
panties.
Yes. Purple power panties by
Astro
Astro Sluts.
Sluts.
Oh my god, that'd be really cute. Okay. So yeah, if you feel like you need a little extra like barrier to the world, dress up a little bit more like your rising sign, or like we said, like if you need to, you know, balance out your chart with something else, like dress a little bit more like a Pisces that day.
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
If you need some like optimism, wear purple like a Sagittarius.
I love that. That's so fun. I think it's like a really good way for people who like already feel good about themselves, but like maybe try something new or add something in, but also people are like still looking to like kind of like hone in their style, like try to trap no try to tap into your birth chart, see what your birth chart can offer you.
Totally. We are, you know, for our bonus episode, just skipping right on over to our ghost story today. One of you wrote into us. My ghost story surrounds a man I was seeing for 3 to 4 months. This guy came from a working single mom household, put himself through law school. Okay, girl boss.
Yeah.
Was the state's youngest U.S. representative. I'm like, to Google.
Literally.
And now works with the governor. Everything was going great with our dates. We had endless conversation ranging from comic book characters to travel, values, friendship stories, and around boxing, one of both our favorite sports. I never knew until this man that memes could be a love language. Because even when he wouldn't text me, he would blow me up with a variety of memes. On our third date, we had sex, and it was fantastic. After that, we had 3 more dates, total of 6 dates. And on the final date, he disclosed to me that he was able to take some time off. This was around Christmas holiday, to reflect in Arizona about what he wants next. He made it very clear to me that in his life, there is a lot of slander given his position in the government. However, as someone who has a lot of Capricorn energy, I was never afraid of whatever darkness he has/had, and simply stated, I don't scare easy, and I know part of handling something like that comes with time and when you are in that moment. However, I am loyal. I know he has an extremely busy schedule, sharing with me about his roles working with the governor. However, I'm like, with the governor?
The governor.
However, I wonder if he is more of a player despite him saying he wants a relationship and is 36 years old. Cut to about 1 month ago when he sent me yet another meme. And then told me I was the one that tapped out, like in boxing. We still follow one another on Instagram and support one another in friendly ways, like photos, sending a meme. But I can't help if maybe I should rediscover it. Nonetheless, he has faded into the background and my roster. Ha ha ha.
For me, it has an essence of Warner from Legally Blonde.
I am just obsessed, first of all, with a Capricorn being like, I'm dating the governor's assistant.
I know. Of course you are. Additionally.
Of course you want to date a fucking politician.
Literally.
That's a vibe.
Yeah, no. You saw that youngest House representative on the resume. You said, sure.
It's giving. I'm like,
I'll go on a
I've
date.
seen like one episode of this. I'm like, it's like House of Cards. Well, I actually think she's the one that's in it. But like, you know what I mean? I can like really see the like, the drama TV show.
No,
where, like,
totally.
Yeah.
Like the Warner for me is like almost like I'm wondering if like he's like what does he say? Like I need more of a Jackie and you're a Marilyn or something.
Oh yeah.
Which is like the worst part of the movie.
Theater kid in me is like, oh my God. Like, yeah, big ouch.
Right? Like, and I'm not saying that you're
you're a Capricorn.
not relationship status, but I'm wondering, like, I'm like, is he just looking for someone to like fill that, like he might like really like you and you might just be like really cool and like really great and like also really powerful and smart and like I wonder if it's almost like he's like looking for that stereotypical like politician's wife energy, which that's not how it needs to be, but like I don't know, something about that I kept being like
Warner.
this is Warner.
Yeah. I almost am like, you're probably too successful for him.
Right.
Like he can't handle that, like he can't handle like you having your own
just
career.
Like also like, being in the background waving, like you're gonna do your own stuff.
No, yeah, you're not gonna be able to attend every dinner that he needs to go to because you like also have a job and like you also have a dinner that night.
Right.
So like, yeah. That is very interesting.
So interesting. He also, might be really just looking for someone to like settle down, put in their place.
Yeah,
you know?
he doesn't like, Like, you guys seem like you do have like such a good
I
friendship.
know. I'm wondering if you just like have too much of a good thing going on that he like doesn't know how to translate it.
It's like he doesn't want to marry his best friend. He
yeah,
has like
or
this
he's
idea.
like too tied to
of
tied to the idea of what like a
This is
wife or
perfect wife,
partner should
yeah.
be. Whereas like you clearly have like a great connection and have a lot in common.
Yeah, you're just like, nah. I wish we knew his placements.
I know. So
At all,
interesting.
but-
I mean, probably some earth,
Yeah, definitely. Maybe a little.
fire.
I feel like it's giving Aries to me.
Me too.
Just
No, like an earth fire combo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, I feel like your Capricorn is, of course, like, where you're like, well, but maybe, like, I could be dating, you know, a future president.
No,
like, that's what
totally.
you're like, well, you know, you never know.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't think this guy seems, like, worth chasing after.
I don't think so either. And I think that you should have someone chasing after you.
Absolutely. There's gonna be, we kind of talked about this, like, last week. You're gonna find that same type of connection with someone else, and like
Yeah.
you deserve someone that is as passionate about you as you are about them. Like,
Totally.
I feel like this is like a big thing on TikTok these days, but like if they wanted to, they would.
Yeah.
And especially someone that's like as busy. I guess I feel like politicians and like musicians are kind of have the same energy in dating, where it's like it's really
They're
hard
coming
to
to me.
compete with like
Yeah.
what they are passionate about.
Yeah.
It's just giving like he's always going to care about his job more than
Yeah.
you.
Totally. And also I feel like it's also like an essence of like there's always going to be people to choose from. Like they're going to always come to me. Like I don't need to fight
Yeah.
or push.
Yeah. I'm so desirable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the youngest representative.
Wow.
No, I'm sure he's hot though.
No, I know.
And,
Same.
like,
And I'm like about to go leave this and like Google like youngest U.S. House state representative who likes boxing.
yeah. And then we'll come back next season and be like, "Oh my God, we take back what we said. No,
Run,
you
go
should
after
definitely
him.
go
So
for it."
hot.
But no, I agree with the fading to the background. Like if he, I don't know, but I guess he still is sending the memes.
Like I think that's fine. I think if it doesn't like trigger or upset you every time, it's fine.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I've had like both situations where like
Yeah.
every time I reach out, I'm like I cry. But I've also had people who are like just again
send
still
you stuff and you're like, okay.
yeah, I'm like, oh, that's funny, and I send them stuff back. You
Yeah.
know. So I think it depends what you're, how you feel about it.
Yeah. I think leave the ball in his court. Yeah. Keep, dating
Yeah.
around. There are so many successful people in
Yeah.
the world. There's room for us all to be successful as well.
Yeah.
So, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Find someone successful that's obsessed with you.
Exactly.
Well, that's our episode.
Well, that's all we've got for you.
Our little
For
bonus
real.
feature. Yeah, actually. If you, keep your eyes open next week, though, we might have a little more content towards the end of the week. We have some cute, fun ideas to keep you going until season 4.
Yeah. So stay tuned. Make sure you follow us on all our socials, Astro Sluts. 3 S's on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. Astro Sluts with 1 S on Depop if you want some merch to tie you over until season 4. And yeah, we won't keep you waiting long.
See you soon, sluts. We love you.
Bye, sluts.
Bye.